Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. I do have a build for you guys today, but before we hop into that, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. You can go ahead and download the game for free using the link down below on your mobile device or tablet. And make sure you stay tuned because I am hosting another giveaway for a pack of your choice for The Sims 4. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match 3 game on the market. Each emoji has its own unique power-ups and you get to choose which ones to use, which offers a strong layer of strategy to every game that you play. My favorite emoji has got to be Cinderella because her power-up is just so good, but there is such a huge collection of Disney, Star Wars, and Pixar characters to collect, with new emojis being added every week and month. There's even emojis in various categories, including silver, gold, and rainbow exclusives, plus story and villain characters. Also, the emojis that you unlock in game, you're actually able to text to your friends using a special keyboard, which is so much fun for a little bit of friendly competition. And exclusively for this video, if you download Disney Emoji Blitz using the link in my description down below, 3 random players will receive the following emojis: Meg, Aurora, Cinderella, and Tiana. That link also acts as a creator code, so anything you spend in game helps to support me and my channel, so thank you for that. Oh yeah, that's right. Did I mention I was hosting another giveaway for The Sims 4? If you're interested in winning a pack of your choice for The Sims 4, it can be any pack type. All you need to do to enter is download Disney Emoji Blitz using the link in my description down below. Get to level 20 in the game, screenshot that, and reply to my pinned tweet on Twitter. If you've already passed level 20, you've entered the giveaway before, you're still eligible to enter. All you have to do then is screenshot whatever level you are at in the game, gain an additional 5 levels, screenshot that again, and submit both screenshots, and you are also entered to win. Thank you so much to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. Let's jump into the speed build. I am renovating an apartment today, and we are back in 910 Medina Studios. This is a very small square apartment that normally belongs to Salim Benali. It's kind of run down, gross, and split off into a bunch of little rooms, and since it's such a small space, it makes it feel smaller, so I thought today instead I would have it be a little bit more open concept. I guess it's sort of like a loft. It's got 2 tiers to it, and the bedroom is out in the open, so I guess it's a loft and a studio. I've been really into that kind of thing lately, probably because we got the industrial loft kit, but I don't think I used that at all in this build, because the concept today was vintage meets bohemian. I really wanted to build something vintage-esque, and then it turned into bohemian, and then I started mixing the two together, and I was like, you know what, I'm going with it. I'm loving how this is coming out. It's got some really beautiful light tones. At first, you can see here that I was trying to use some dark woods and go for that sort of style, which let me know if you guys would like to see something like that, because that's not how this apartment turned out at all, as you probably noticed from the thumbnail and the like little fly-in shot that I have in the beginning of the video. But I do want to try something with some darker woods sometime soon. For some reason, I tend to shy away from that unless I'm doing something more industrial or modern, but like traditional brown woods, like dark brown, I'm like, no. So here we are with a really light wood apartment, and I wanted to use this bed from the cottage living pack because I just loved the middle frame on it. I didn't end up keeping it in the end though. I kept trying different things and trying to figure out what amount of things I would consider vintage and what I considered bohemian and which things should be what. So I try a couple of different beds, but I end up using one of the ones from Eco Lifestyle in the end. I think that might be one of my favorite beds in the game. Yeah, the Eco Lifestyle bed, and then one of the ones from Dream Home Decorator as well. Just really like it. And then the kitchen, I am using some of the counters from the cottage living pack, and then I thought it would be really cool to put a fireplace right here. At first I was thinking this one from Eco Lifestyle, but I ended up swapping it out for this Parenthood one instead and just keeping the fence behind it. And I just think it looks so cool. I never think to put fireplaces in the middle of rooms, even though that sometimes is a thing in real life. I just think it looks really cool. I know there's like nowhere for the heat to escape to. I'm thinking maybe it's not functional anymore, but I loved how it looked in that space, so I was happy with that addition. I'm always having so much fun with experimenting, and this is not a layout I think I have done for this apartment yet, but I'm sure I will experiment more because I really love the small apartments and the puzzle aspect of figuring out how to make everything work within the same restrictions of the same walls and windows and all of that. And I actually end up covering up one of the windows a little bit later, which I think is a bit of fun. Anyway, this is the bed that I had mentioned earlier that I ended up using from Eco Lifestyle. And then I'm getting a really big plant right next to the bed. That one's from Base Game. I tried to put a decent amount of plants in here. That's pretty common in Bohemian interiors. Plus, I am a builder in The Sims, and thus I am obsessed with putting plants in every corner of every room. I can't help it. I don't really do... Okay, I do that in real life as well. They're all fake in real life, though, because I couldn't keep a plant alive to save my own life. So, anyway, in here I do have that eco lifestyle bed, and then above it I have a beautiful tapestry from Jungle Adventure. We have some more plants over here, a nice little seat by the window from the Island Living pack. I will be getting some more plants all around. There's a cute tray on the bedside table from Tiny Living. And I was just really excited to use this dresser that came with Cottage Living in here. It's one of my favorite dressers in the game now. It's not going to be very useful in every build because you have to have a very specific look with the mirror attached like that. But that was my experience in real life, so I'm happy to have one of those. Also, you might have noticed I grabbed a bookcase and I covered up a tiny window. I didn't want that window to be there. I felt like it just felt super out of place, and I thought that was an interesting way to customize this apartment and get some more storage into the space. There's a lot of vertical space in these apartments because for some reason, almost all of the apartments that came with City Living are medium or tall wall height, which are wall heights I don't really ever use. So you have to come up with some ideas. So I also decorated the top of the cabinets here in the kitchen. So I'm using this red shelf to place some baskets and additional other clutter up there as well. If you're unfamiliar with the red shelf, it's this piece of custom content that I use, and it allows you to like snap tons of items to it and move things around and put them at levels you might not be able to achieve otherwise with the 9 and 0 keys. And the reason it's different than a regular shelf is it can snap way more items to it, like larger items, not just the small few items that snap to shelves in the game, because not very many items actually do snap to shelves in the game, which is quite unfortunate. But the red shelf is fantastic. It is linked in the description down below. I also have a tutorial on it, which should also be in the description down below, and it's also my tutorial playlist if you are curious on how to use that. But I do have the clutter up on top of those cabinets now, and I did change the color of the countertops and lower cabinets to be this blue swatch. I had a lot of fun with color in here. It's all very muted, but there's a lot of like blues and yellows in here, and I just think it came out really cute in the end. I'm starting to clutter up these shelves above the fridge. Those are some like shelves and baskets from laundry day, but I forget about them for a while and don't finish decorating them. But I do come back towards the end of the build and finish cluttering those up. Same thing goes for that bookcase that I covered over that window in the bedroom space. For some reason, didn't finish cluttering it, but I do later on as well. Oh, and then the last thing I forgot till the end, because that's just how I am, I always forget something, is I added laundry machines in here, but I hadn't added a laundry basket, and that's also one of the last couple things that gets added into this apartment. But just finished decorating the counters, and we're getting a nice little table and chairs here by the kitchen. The table is from Cottage Living, and the chairs I end up using are from Island Living. I wanted to use the ones from Laundry Day, but they just didn't have a swatch I was happy with, so I didn't end up using those in the end. And I used these instead, and then they appear a couple of other times throughout the space. And I think it worked out pretty nicely. And of course, this couch from Cottage Living is beautiful. I am so happy to have this couch. I feel like it can work for a lot of different styles, and the texture on it is just so nice. The colors are beautiful. I love the colors that we've gotten in the last few packs. They're just so pretty. And also, I talked over in the beginning of this video, but that really pretty wallpaper I have behind the bed, I used that a couple of spots in this apartment as well, and that is a wallpaper from the Paranormal pack. It has the prettiest swatches on it, and it's such a pretty floral pattern as well. I'm using it over here too. Do I keep it the white swatch over here? I think I do. I think I used the blue swatch in the bedroom, or not in the bedroom, in the office. There's a separate office room in here, which could also be a bedroom if you preferred to have a separate bedroom space. But I, for the purposes of this apartment, thought it would be nice to have it just like up a staircase like this, have everything a little bit more open concept, and explore with a new floor plan, I suppose. Over here, I'm just adding a little TV. I could have put it on top of the fireplace, but for some reason I didn't like that as much, and I felt like you would probably hurt your neck looking up at it. Granted, I do that a lot in the game anyway, but I think usually when I do that, there's a little bit more space between where the TV is and where the couch is, whereas right here, everything's really close together, so I didn't feel like that would work quite right. And then I just wanted to get some decorations for this coffee table. I'm pretty sure I just got a magazine and a remote control. Yeah, I wanted to keep it fairly simple. Not every surface has like a ton of clutter on it. I did put some. I wanted this space to look lived in, but also kept put together and cleaned up for the most part. So up here, I got a vanity. I could just imagine sitting here and have your Sims do their makeup and like look out at the city. It would just be so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm actually really excited because we just got the full like announcement for the refresh for spa day. Imagine your Sims like walking around doing their face masks, getting their nails done. Oh, I'm really excited about the refresh. What do you guys think about that? I cannot wait to have my Sims be able to explore more of that. And I'll probably do some sort of build with the new items as well, because we're getting new like meditation stools and yoga mats and mini fridges and like some clutter and stuff. So it should be really fun. Anyway, this is the bathroom. It's just a toilet, a sink, and a shower, stand-up shower. And I wasn't sure which sink to use in here. I ended up using this one in the end, which I think is a base game sink. And I changed the swatch to blue a little bit later. I was just experimenting, trying a bunch of different things, trying to find something that stuck and I thought looked okay. You might not like the bathroom, but I also wanted it to feel a little bit quirky and strange, and I think I achieved that. I end up using this interesting flooring in here. Where is this from? I think it's from Get Together. And then I was like, okay, let's get a sink that matches that color. And then I'm using that same wallpaper from Paranormal in here in that blue swatch and just decorating the rest of the space. I think it's a really interesting bathroom. It's got a lot of personality in it. Not particularly my taste, but I think I'd be very impressed with it if I were staying in this space and I was like, oh, that's a really cool bathroom. But maybe I'm alone in that. Maybe you guys hate it. I don't know. But I think it's a cool bathroom. I had a lot of fun with it. And having to work around some of the items in this apartment you can't remove was interesting. Some of them are still covered, but they're like, you can still move one or two items around to get to them. There's a mouse hole in here. I think there's one out in the living space. There's a vent on the floor that rose up with the platform, no problem. And then I have access to the pipes and to the the electricity box that's in the bathroom. I was like, what is that called? But anyway, this is going to be the office space. There's just a desk in here and everything you would need for a cat as well. I thought it would be nice to have a cat in this space, but I wanted to keep all of the cat things to one area. So the bowl is actually up on the desk, which I think is cute and realistic. My cat is pretty much always on my desk. And then the litter box and a cat tree are in here as well. But you could definitely move some of that stuff out into the main living area as well if you prefer to. But I thought having a nice little work from home area would be nice. And some decorations on the walls. We have this really cute mason jar light from Cottage Living, which I absolutely adore. And a bunch of paintings from travels as well. And then I think the last thing other than those things that I forgot to do until the last second is fixing up this entryway. So I got this side table here from Cottage Living, and then we're going to be having a massive mirror on top of it. And when I say massive, I mean massive. I really wanted to have a statement piece of using that painting from Vampires of Vlad, but putting mirrors in it instead. I've done that a few times. I've seen some other people do it as well. And it's just such a pretty effect having this beautiful ornate mirror. So that's what I did here. You can see I'm just raising up some mirrors and putting this frame on top of it to make this really pretty, enormous mirror. And I just think it's such a nice statement piece when you first walk into this apartment. But yeah, just going to be getting a little painting on the wall over here of the city and finishing up the cluttering of those couple of spaces that I did forget. And then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.